How far would you go to live longer? Would you spend millions, take 100 pills a day, and fast for hours on end? One man did, and his results may just change how you think about aging. In this video, we're diving deep into Brian Johnson's extreme biohacking routine, which includes over 100 daily supplements, fasting, and advanced technology to turn back the clock on aging. We'll also examine how another man tested this routine for 30 days and what the results were. Stick around to see whether this million-dollar routine is truly a way to age backwards or just another gimmick. We'll unpack the science behind it and whether it's actually achievable for regular people. Brian Johnson is a tech entrepreneur who became well-known for his transition into the world of biohacking. After successfully founding companies like Braintree and selling it for hundreds of millions of dollars, he decided to dedicate his wealth to a more personal and ambitious mission, reversing his own aging process. To achieve this, Johnson embarked on a $2 million a year project known as Blueprint, which he uses to maintain and, as he claims, reduce his biological age. His routine is not just a hobby, but a scientifically supported effort to challenge the natural aging process, backed by a comprehensive team of experts. The Blueprint program was meticulously developed by a team of 30 doctors and researchers. Their goal was to build a system grounded in the latest scientific discoveries in the field of aging and longevity. Every element of this regimen is derived from cutting-edge research, which aims to preserve and potentially reverse the aging of cells and biological systems. The program demands strict adherence. Johnson describes it as requiring 0 infractions in order to achieve the desired results. This level of precision and commitment underscores the seriousness of the effort. Any deviation from the prescribed routine is considered detrimental, as even the smallest variation could impact the outcome. Aging is primarily the result of accumulated damage to cells and tissues over time. This damage leads to a decline in cellular function, which manifests as the physical and cognitive decline associated with aging. Key factors that drive aging include oxidative stress, inflammation, and the shortening of telomeres, which protect the ends of chromosomes. Brian Johnson's approach seeks to mitigate or even reverse these processes by applying the latest findings in the field of aging science. Scientific literature on aging has increasingly focused on methods that slow or reverse biological aging markers. One of the central elements of Johnson's approach, caloric restriction and fasting, has been studied extensively. Research shows that reducing caloric intake can slow metabolic processes that contribute to aging while activating pathways like autophagy, which clears damaged cells from the body. Fasting has also been linked to improved insulin sensitivity and reduced inflammation, both of which play important roles in the aging process. Johnson's plant-based diet is similarly backed by scientific research. Numerous studies have shown that diets rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, combined with minimal processed foods, can reduce the risk of chronic diseases that accelerate aging. Plant-based diets are also linked to lower inflammation levels, another key factor in slowing the biological aging process. Johnson measures his success using biological age testing, specifically through the use of epigenetic clocks. These clocks analyze patterns in DNA methylation, which change as we age, allowing scientists to estimate biological age. By measuring his biological age over time, Johnson can determine whether his regimen is working effectively. His goal is not just to live longer, but to maintain a youthful biological age well into the future. Brian Johnson's daily regimen is a rigorous combination of supplements, fasting, plant-based nutrition, and exercise, all designed to reverse his biological age. This routine is carried out with precise discipline, as even minor deviations are considered detrimental to achieving the desired anti-aging results. Johnson begins each day by consuming more than 100 pills. These supplements include a variety of anti-inflammatory agents, antioxidants, and compounds believed to influence the aging process. Among the supplements he takes are well-known substances such as resveratrol, curcumin, and NMN-nicotinamide mononucleotide. Resveratrol is a compound found in red wine and some berries, which is thought to mimic the effects of caloric restriction by activating certain longevity pathways in cells. Curcumin, a substance derived from turmeric, has potent anti-inflammatory properties and is believed to help reduce oxidative stress, which is a key factor in the aging process. NMN is one of the most talked about supplements in the anti-aging community because it has been shown to boost levels of NAD+, a molecule that plays a critical role in energy metabolism and cellular repair. Fasting is another core element of Johnson's routine. He adheres to an 18-hour fasting window each day, which means he restricts his eating to a 6-hour period. This type of intermittent fasting is designed to promote autophagy, the body's process of clearing out damaged cells and regenerating new ones. Research has shown that fasting can activate longevity pathways similar to those triggered by caloric restriction. Studies have also demonstrated that intermittent fasting can improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and support cellular repair mechanisms, all of which are critical in slowing the aging process. Johnson's diet is entirely plant-based, emphasizing whole, nutrient-dense foods. His meals are meticulously planned to maximize nutritional value while avoiding any animal products. Research has consistently linked plant-based diets to a variety of health benefits, including a reduced risk of heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers, all of which are associated with aging. Studies also suggest that plant-based diets are high in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, which help protect cells from damage and support the body's natural detoxification processes. The absence of animal products in his diet further reduces inflammation and other factors that may accelerate aging. Exercise plays a significant role in Johnson's routine. His workouts are designed not only to maintain muscle mass, but also to support cardiovascular health and overall mobility. Maintaining muscle mass is crucial as people age, because muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, is a major contributor to physical decline in older adults. Regular physical activity also enhances cardiovascular function and helps manage weight, both of which are essential for long-term health. Research shows that exercise can boost the production of certain hormones that help preserve muscle and bone density, which become increasingly important as the body ages. In the FreeThink video, a man attempts to follow Brian Johnson's biohacking routine for 30 days. At the start of the challenge, the man expressed skepticism about the intensity of the regimen. Taking over 100 pills a day, fasting for 18 hours, and maintaining a plant-based diet while committing to a strict exercise routine seemed daunting. He wondered if these efforts would truly make a difference in how he felt and looked after just 1 month. As he began the routine, the first few days were particularly challenging. The sheer number of supplements was overwhelming, both mentally and physically. He had to organize and track the timing of every pill to maintain the integrity of the protocol, and this took a toll on his daily life. The fasting periods also posed a significant challenge. Although the man had experimented with fasting in the past, the daily 18-hour fasting window required him to adjust his eating schedule drastically. Initially, he experienced energy dips and hunger during the fasting period, which made it difficult to maintain focus and productivity. By the second week, his body began to adapt to the new routine. The fasting became more manageable as his hunger levels stabilized, and he felt more mentally clear during the fasting window. However, the physical and mental toll of taking so many supplements each day remained a consistent hurdle. He reported feeling fatigued at times, possibly due to the restrictive eating window and the energy demands of the exercise routine. Despite these challenges, he persisted in following the regimen as closely as possible, adhering to the plant-based diet, fasting schedule, and supplement intake. After completing Brian Johnson's biohacking routine for 30 days, the man experienced a range of physical, psychological, and biological changes. Physically, he reported some noticeable differences, although they were not as dramatic as one might expect after following such an intense and expensive regimen. He described feeling somewhat lighter and more energized, likely due to the strict plant-based diet and consistent fasting periods. His endurance improved slightly, especially during his workouts, as his body adjusted to the fasting windows. While the initial days left him fatigued and hungry, by the end of the month, his body had adapted to the routine, allowing him to complete his exercises with less strain. In terms of physical appearance, the man did report significant weight loss, which might have been expected with a combination of fasting and exercise. This suggests that the routine may be helpful both for weight management as well as for overall health and longevity. There were no drastic changes in muscle mass or definition, although maintaining consistency in his workout routine likely helped him retain his fitness level. One of the most important aspects of this routine is its impact on biological markers. specifically biological age. Johnson's program is centered on reducing biological age as measured through epigenetic testing and other biomarkers of aging. While the man did not have access to the same high-tech testing equipment as Johnson, he did use available methods to track certain indicators of health. By the end of the 30 days, there were minor improvements in some markers, such as heart rate variability and resting heart rate, which can be indicators of improved cardiovascular health. However, the changes in his biological age were not substantial enough to declare the routine an overwhelming success in this area. This raises questions about how much time is needed for such a strict regimen to make a measurable difference in biological age. The psychological impact of following such a demanding routine cannot be overlooked. Throughout the month, the man noted that the mental focus required to adhere to the routine was one of the biggest challenges. The sheer number of supplements, the restricted eating windows, and the strict adherence to workouts required constant planning and discipline. This added a layer of stress to his day, as maintaining perfect adherence left little room for flexibility. While he felt more focused at times, he also experienced moments of fatigue and mental exhaustion, which detracted from the overall experience. By the end of the month, he questioned whether this lifestyle was sustainable in the long term, given the mental and emotional toll it took. For the average person, replicating Johnson's routine would be far from practical. The costs alone make it inaccessible for most people. Spending millions of dollars each year on supplements, medical testing, and personal trainers is not feasible for the majority of people. Even setting aside the financial aspect, the time commitment required to follow this regimen is overwhelming. Tracking every supplement, meal, and workout demands a level of precision and dedication that most people would find difficult to manage alongside their daily responsibilities. Additionally, access to some of the more advanced testing and medical interventions that Johnson uses would be out of reach for many. These factors make it clear that while aspects of the routine may be beneficial, the overall approach is not something that can be easily adopted by the general population. Is aging backwards really possible? Brian Johnson's biohacking approach highlights both the potential and the limitations of current anti-aging science. On one hand, his routine incorporates many well-researched elements, such as caloric restriction, plant-based diets, and regular exercise, all of which have been shown to improve health outcomes and extend lifespan. For those who can follow these practices, there may be benefits in terms of reduced inflammation, better cardiovascular health, and improved markers of biological age. However, the overall effectiveness of these practices in reversing aging is still subject to debate. One of the major limitations of this approach is that while it may reduce biological age, it cannot alter chronological age. Biological age refers to how well a person's body is functioning compared to others of the same chronological age, and it can be influenced by lifestyle factors. However, aging is a complex process that involves many variables, including genetic factors that cannot be easily controlled. While Johnson's routine may slow some of the effects of aging, it cannot completely halt or reverse the aging process. Scientific research continues to explore new ways to address aging at a more fundamental level. Areas like gene therapy, stem cell research, and cellular reprogramming are showing promise in the field of anti-aging science. These emerging technologies aim to repair or replace damaged cells and tissues, potentially offering more dramatic ways to slow or reverse aging in the future. While Johnson's biohacking routine focuses on optimizing existing biological functions, future breakthroughs may offer more profound solutions. Nonetheless, these are still in the early stages of development and are not yet widely available or fully understood. Brian Johnson's $2 million biohacking routine offers some promising insights into how we can slow down aging. While the science is compelling, it may not be feasible for the average person. The man who tested the routine did experience some benefits, but the question remains, is this the future of aging or just an expensive experiment? We'll be watching closely as science continues to push the boundaries on what it means to age. Until then, what would you do to reverse the clock?